This is what happens in the travel industry when disasters strike. Hi there. I have had an award-winning travel agency for over 20 years, and now I focus on helping people transform their love for travel into a successful career as a vacation planner. I have a unique training course that equips you with the skills, strategies, and industry secrets to confidently sell, plan, and organize incredible travel experiences. A week after a devastating wildfire swept across Maui, the final landscape remains unclear. Now is not the time to visit West Maui. Visitors are being asked to leave West Maui, and West Maui hotels have temporarily stopped accepting future bookings. While the fires are now largely under control, efforts to fully extinguish them are continuing in parts of the island, as well as recovery. The Hawaii Tourism Authority said visitors planning to travel to West Maui should delay their trips or find another destination. The eastern part, on the other hand, specifically Wailea, Kihei, Kahului, and Hana areas of Maui, are open, as well as other Hawaiian islands are looking forward to welcoming visitors. If you are considering a career in travel, what are you thinking? You're likely wondering, what happens to my clients that are scheduled a vacation on Maui in the near future? This is what happens in the travel industry when natural disasters strike. First, the airlines pretty much always take the biggest hit. They're paying people around the clock to change passengers' reservations for free. And if you didn't charge for your time and are only working on commission, you are likely working around the clock to reaccommodate and cancel reservations for your clients for free. Airlines often offer the option to cancel your reservation for a refund, or if they do not offer a refund, the airlines are waiving the change fee or the difference of fare if you rebook to travel to that destination within a certain period of time. What is that period, you ask? Frankly, there is no way to know. When natural disasters strike, new emergency policies and procedures go into effect based on the situation. So everyone is scrambling to find out what the new policy is so that they can advise their guests of the options. In a situation like the Hawaii wildfires, it may be a year or more before West Maui is welcoming tourism again. Therefore, the airlines will likely offer for passengers a refund or to change their flight to anywhere the airline flies with no change fees. Guests will likely be charged the difference of fare unless they go back to the original destination within a set period of time, dictated by the latest emergency procedures for this event. It's as fair as it can be. Airlines are not likely to let you fly to a destination where the tickets are normally $1,000 using your ticket you paid $600 for. You see what I mean? So you cancel your original flight that is valued at a specific fare that you paid, and you have up to 1 year to use that value to travel on a new ticket on the same carrier. As far as land arrangements, a recent notice from our hotel supplier states those affected by the situation will be able to get a refund for their unused services. The situation is being constantly monitored and will be reviewed again. Further guidance will be provided if required based on the evolution of the situation. So situations and policies can be fluid. While current hoteliers are offering for you to cancel and get a refund, if you are patient, there may be an incentive to travel to East Maui or move your West Maui reservation to a new date, sort of an incentive to help them kickstart their tourism again and let everyone know it's okay to visit. Let me give you an example. When the COVID shutdown happened, all craziness ensued. People waited on hold for 8 to 24 hours to get through to the airlines or online travel sellers to find out if their trip was canceled, if they would be refunded, or if they could reschedule their trip. Some of the online suppliers like Expedia and Costco had a message on their answering service that they wouldn't be accepting calls until your trip was just a few days out. That was a lot to ask of someone with a $20,000 trip next month and everything is shut down. They were scared to death to lose all of their money. I advise travel advisors to reach out immediately to their clients and tell them that they are monitoring the situation. You will not lose all of your money, but just wait. Don't cancel yet. You don't know the policy yet. And this is what happened. Those that demanded immediately cancellation notice got a refund or a future travel credit. And those that waited their turn received the option for a refund or 125% future travel credit that allowed them to extend their original stay or upgrade their room when the world opened up. The different airlines' policies may be similar, but certainly not expected to all be the same. Hoteliers alike and tour operators operators? Well, my favorite Maui luau, the old Lahaina luau, was gratefully spared major damage. They have a 24-hour cancellation notice every day of the year, so no reason to make last-minute policies. Other tour operators, however, typically require at least 48 to 72 hours notice to receive a refund for a tour or transfer if you were unable to use it. Consider donating to the Maui Strong Fund. The Maui Strong Fund is brought to you by the Hawaii Community Foundation. The Maui Strong Fund is providing financial resources that can be deployed quickly with a focus on rapid response and recovery for the devastating wildfires on Maui. And 100% of the funds will be distributed for community needs. I'll put a link in the description below. Currently, the Salvation Army is providing breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all Maui County and American Red Cross shelters in Maui. They have contracted with a kitchen at the local community college and are purchasing all the food from stores and restaurants. Their volunteers are assembling and delivering food to different sites. Salvation Army is coordinating and serving 7,000 plus meals on Maui. Check out the story about a young family living in Lahaina and exactly how their day rolled out when the fires began and they decided to grab some belongings and make a run for it. It's a dramatic tale for the adults and children, and I've listed the link below. So what's next? The Salvation Army Hawaii team is starting to set up mobile feeding so they can go into the communities. They're also answering distress messages from people who are not at shelters and going out into the community to find them and deliver food and water and any sort of emotional support they can. The Salvation Army will stay in Maui until recovery relief is no longer needed. When H1N1, sometimes called the swine flu, happened, I was in Mexico. I had a wedding of 130 guests booked to travel to Mexico that week. Most guests wanted to continue to go celebrate with the couple and enjoy the festivities. The bride's sister was told by her employer that if she traveled, she would have to take 2 weeks off without pay upon return. And her son's school told her that he would have to stay with friends or relatives for 2 weeks to avoid being exposed to her once she returned home. As you recently witnessed, every state may have a different policy. You just never know what you're going to be up against. As a travel advisor and agent, all you can do is put one foot in front of the other, get the information and options from the service providers, and relay them to your guests just as soon as possible. But know that typically the resulting policy is going to be somewhat fair as long as the clients are still willing to travel within 1 year. In other words, if you're worried about a disaster happening and disrupting your career, while it is a valid concern, I've been planning travel professionally and working with the airlines for over 30 years, and the service providers always take care of us and the guests as best they can. We just have to be patient. The travel industry always bounces back every time. People often ask me, what is your number one advice for travelers? I always answer the same. Just know that when you step foot out of your home, please know that you may never reach your destination. You have to be willing to bring your sense of humor and just roll with it. If you enjoyed this video, if you're looking for more information about how to have a successful career in the travel industry, please subscribe to my channel and I'll look forward to serving you up some fabulous information in the future.